In this video, I'm going to go over what I think are the top 3 feature updates in the newest Osmo Pocket firmware. Hey everybody, this is Andrew from T is for Tech, and today I'm taking a quick look at the recent firmware update for the DJI Osmo Pocket. It's version 01.04.00.20, and it came out around the beginning of February. And there's actually about 7 different things that it lists as improvements as part of that firmware update. And I'll list those all in the description of this video, but some of them are kind of repetitive in what they deal with. So I just kind of wanted to outline the top 3 that I thought probably were the most beneficial to people thinking about looking at the DJI Osmo Pocket, right? Because some of these things actually change probably some of the criteria that you use to make your decisions because of the added features. And one of the cool things, I think, is the number one for me, because I don't like using necessarily the Osmo Pocket with the phone attached to it. Kind of defeats the purpose of having the small, the small portable camera, is that they added pro settings when using the Osmo Pocket without DJI Mimo. So that means basically through the menu in the actual Osmo Pocket, you can actually turn on the pro settings and make some of those changes that you used to have to do in the app. And I'll be completely honest, like, I don't know why they didn't have it that way from the start, because I've seen lots of people wondering, like, what the heck, this is kind of stupid. So that's good. I'm glad that they finally got that straightened out. And the next feature that I really am looking forward to using more and exploring in some hands-on tests is they added the Cine-Like color mode for video, which gives you kind of more that cinematic flat look to the actual footage coming out of the Osmo Pocket, so that folks that want to do post-production in Premiere or Final Cut or those sorts of things can do the grading that they'd like on kind of a more flat, higher dynamic range video image, which I think is great, right? I mean, that's one of the things that also was lacking, that a lot of people were kind of questioning and commenting about on YouTube and on forums and all that sort of thing. So that's a great feature. Definitely got to play around with that. My problem here in the Chicago winter is that everything looks like crap outside, so I don't really have an option to easily test this out. So can't wait till the weather gets a little nicer so that it actually can have some decent footage that somebody will want to watch. And the third feature that I think, it's not really a feature, it's kind of the rest of the stuff lumped together. Because again, like the pro settings without the Mimo app, the Cine-Like color mode are great, and then basically they fixed a few other things. And I guess another one that I had some issues with before, which is what I'm calling out as probably, hopefully, a good enhancement, is optimized face detection. What does that mean? Not quite sure. I was testing out a little bit just in my house, and it does seem to, still track my face pretty well. One of the problems that I ran into in some of my other videos, kind of like those vlog style videos that were outside, if you haven't seen those, maybe kind of take a look at that, is I had some issues with it losing my face tracking, like when I turned too much into the sunlight and the sun was behind me, or some of those sorts of things. So I'm hoping that the face tracking is improved. I did notice before that, even though I have a big head, sometimes it did have some problems in a vlog style selfie mode. So hopefully that will kind of be enhanced with this firmware update. And there's some other things that are kind of all lumped into that, and basically around focus pulsing. I did notice that before, depending on if you're like in this shooting at the sky or something, and it just kept trying to focus on something and pulse into infinity and kind of hunting a lot. So that is supposedly improved as well as some autofocus speed, when you're kind of moving the Osmo Pocket quickly. So those are a few of the actual things that I would lump together as just image quality, focus ability, tracking, enhancements. So that'd be like the third bucket of features, I guess, that I think are worth calling out. So that's all I really had for this video. Again, sorry I don't have any footage of some of this. Like I said, it's winter, crappy weather in Chicago. Doesn't make for very interesting outdoor footage. But I just wanted to kind of go over this because honestly, if you look at the DJI website, they don't really post this. I couldn't find anywhere that listed out the firmware enhancements other than in the app, right? So in the Mimo app, when you update the firmware, it gives you a little screen that says what's included in that version of the firmware. I couldn't find it online. Maybe I just missed it. But hopefully this helps you if you're still kind of on the fence about looking at the Osmo. To me, this is you're just adding to the features that kind of push the barometer towards, it's a good purchase versus before, right? They're listening to feedback that they're getting from customers and they're making updates, etc. So thanks again for watching. This is Andrew from T is for Tech, and I'll see you next time.